modern art gallery there on the right hand side. Go in there, have a walk round and have a look at some of this modern art, and you'll understand why it's free to get in. This is the Millennium Footbridge. On the right hand side, see the circular white building with the thatch roof? That is a replica, a copy of William Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. It's a copy of the original Globe Theatre. It's made of wood, it's open air, there's no electricity in there. If you were to watch a play in there, it would be performed exactly how a play would have been performed over 400 years ago. Except now, the women's parts in those plays are played by women. In Shakespearean times, women's parts would have been played by men because it was immoral for women to work in the theatre. Also, from the Globe Theatre, you get the word that is still used today, box office. You know, if you go to see a cinema, go see a show, get tickets from the box office, the word comes from that building. A small wooden box would pass around the audience to collect the entry fee. That small wooden box will be locked away in a room. That small room became known as the box office. Southern Bridge opened in 1922. Ahead of us, on the right hand side, as we pass under the bridge, you see the brown building with the red windows, a famous and very popular riverside pub, the Anchor of Bankside. Very popular pub that. Us crews who work on these boats, we visit that pub every night. And we go in there to research the commentaries that we give you. And just to make sure that everything we tell you is all true and correct, we go in there every night just to make sure. It's all in the research. See you later. This is the Cannon Street Railway Bridge. On the left-hand side, as you pass under the Cannon Street Railway Bridge, you see the little glass box underneath the bridge there. That is a health and spa club. And that glass is supposed to be one-way glass. We're not supposed to be able to see in, but they can see out when they put it the wrong way round. And you can see people wandering around there in semi-nakedness. Sometimes we want to turn the boat round and go and have another look. Sometimes we wish we never looked at all. On the right hand side in the gap here, Southwark Cathedral. It was opened in 1275. In the cathedral is the Harvard Chapel. It's named after John Harvard. He was baptised in that cathedral. John Harvard emigrated to America and founded the Harvard University in Massachusetts. This is London Bridge, opened in 1973, the fourth London bridge to stand here. The London Bridge before this one now spans Lake Havasu in Arizona in the United States. Bought for £1 million, taken down stone by stone and shipped to the Arizona desert, where it was re-erected as a tourist attraction. The Shard of Glass here on the right hand side, the tallest building in Western Europe. Comprises of offices, apartments and the Shangri-La Hotel. Just recently, will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas, he bought the penthouse apartment in the Shard for £38 million. On the left-hand side here, you see this building with the green glass dome right at the top. You can see the people standing on the balcony right at the top there. That's the Sky Garden. That's number 20 Fenchurch Street. You can go up there completely free of charge. Book online, skygarden.com. Book a time, go on there for free. This building here on the left-hand side, behind the trees with a small clock in the middle, is Watergate House. This is the headquarters for His Majesty's Customs and Excise. If you're arrested trying to smuggle drugs into the country, or if you're arrested trying to smuggle too much alcohol into the country and it's taken from you, in this building here is where it's all stored. Every year they are supposed to incinerate the drugs and alcohol. You never see any smoke up in the building. And they say that the staff Christmas parties in there last until about April.
Hier, Koppa, daar gaan we eten. Daar gaan we eten.
This is the HMS Belfast, launched in Belfast in 1938. It saw action in the Second World War and the Korean War. Permanently moored here as a floating museum, painted in the North Atlantic camouflage colours. Belongs to the Imperial War Museum, open to the public every day. This is Tower Pier here on the left hand side. This is our first stop on our way downriver. But just before we call into Tower Pier, we're just going to stay out here for a couple of more moments, just to show you a few more places and items of interest. On the left hand side, the Tower of London. Started during the reign of William the Conqueror in 1078. And the oldest part of the Tower of London is the